What's up, guys? Today got another job. 2011 Chevy 1500 pickup. Check engine lights coming on. Gotta go smog it, of course, here in California. Can't beat that. But it will not pass with the check engine lights on. So I plugged my scanner in here, and the problem I've got, and I even noticed too, this is actually my kid's truck, on the gauge there for the oil pressure, it was at 0, and it's staying at 0. It never goes up, so it's like, oh crap. So looked at the code that came up. Sure as crap, oil pressure sensor circuit high voltage. So that's a sign. It's a P0523 code. That's a sign that the sending unit sensor for the oil pressure is shorted out. So I'll show you where it's at. We're gonna replace it real quick. I kind of already started on it because it's a pain to record with a camera in one hand and doing this. So I seen some guys on YouTube doing it, and I'm like, no way, too hard. So I pulled it out already, so I'll show you where it's at. So the plastic cover that goes over the top of the engine, literally it just pulls up and pops off. You take it out, and now you got the top of your engine here. So the actual sensor is on the back of the engine block. Oh, back here. I don't know if you can kind of see in there. Okay, so there's your valve cover here. So it's on the top of the valve cover right there. So it's, let me see if I can shine in there. In the back. So back by the firewall right here. So if you go in like this and you reach your hand back behind this plastic cover, you can see it. It's coming straight out, and I'll see if I can shine in there and show you. So right there. Let me get a better view. Oh, too bright. Okay, right there. Okay, there it is. That little thing with the metal, with the plastic, that's where it's at, right there. So it screws into the top of the block, and then that black plastic piece is where the connector connects in. So what you got to do is you'll reach your hand back behind here. You put a socket over it. Now they sell a special socket that's a little easier, but I just used a it's a 1/16 inch, half-inch drive socket, and you want to get this swivel deal here. Without that, you cannot get in there. So what you're gonna do is you'll put it in, slide it over the head of the sensor, push it in, and get your ratchet. It's already loose, so I'll kind of, let's see here. So you get it out, put the ratchet in, and then your ratchet will be about right here. Just kind of pop it loose so you get it out and get it loose away. And then from there, you'll take your hand. This kind of sucks. You have to lay down on the top of this thing. No fun, man. Okay, so you reach your hand back in there. Let me see if I can get back here. You'll unscrew it, and that's the sensor right there. So the actual connector, to get the connector off, it's got a snap fitting. Let me see if I can find another one on the vehicle that's kind of the same. So it's got like a clip on the back. Kind of, I don't know if I can see the sensor. Let me see if I can pull it out a little bit. Okay, there it is. So there's your sensor right there. You see that right there? So that's the sensor. So there's a little plastic clip on the top that, let me see if I can find one here so I can kind of show you a little bit of an idea. So it's a locking tab. So picture this right here. So you'll pull this locking tab up, then you'll push down on this clip and pop. The sensor will pop out. So in order to do that, you have to get the lock tab unreleased. So you do that, pull it out, undo the sensor, boom. Then you gotta be careful, because inside where it screws in, there is a little filter screen that goes inside. Now stand by and I'll pull it out and I'll show you. But what I do is I take my little pick here and I go inside, hook it, and pull it up. It comes right out. So I'll pull it out real fast. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. So here it is. So what I did was I just kind of reached inside, hooked it, and pulled it up. Now this little filter actually sits inside of that hole, so it filters the oil from being able to get into that hole. So if you have any debris or crap in there, it'll filter it so you don't damage your sensor. So this thing's old. This truck's got like 300,000 miles on it, still rolling. So I don't even know if this is the original one or not. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the same thing here. I went to Pep Boys and just got a new one. So here's my new filter. I'm gonna slide that in. I'll put some oil around the outside here so it kind of slides in a little easier. Just lube it up a little bit, you know. So it goes in the hole. Nothing fancy. So this is our new sensor here. So we're gonna, same thing, we're gonna slide the filter in. We're gonna push it down into the hole a little bit so that it doesn't hit the bottom of where this screws in. We'll screw that in. We're gonna put the connector back on. Okay. Put the connector on. We'll put it in. We'll tighten it up by hand first. Put the connect and then torque it down a little bit extra with the wrench. We'll put the connector on, and then we should be good. So stand by. All right, so I got it in, pushed it in. So you see that way I got my ratchet set up here. You can kind of see down inside. We want to keep the socket straight over the head, and then kind of get it in, little turns at a time. And then it starts going and going. Be patient with it. It's not, you know, it's not too bad. So put it in. Don't overdo it. Yeah, but you see, with the Teflon tape that the factory puts on there, it's kind of giving it a nice tight seal, so it isn't. It's hard to kind of put on by hand, especially back there. It's hard to turn. So it's going a little bit at a time. Yeah, they have that special socket you can put over it, and it's just a little thinner, so it's got a thinner wall. I mean, this works just fine. 1 1/16 inch socket, just enough to go over the head, and there it is. It's nice and tight. Give a little torque. Okay, now pull the ratchet off. There we go. Pull the socket out. Let me see if I can shine in here and see where I'm at. You can kind of see if you're all the way down. See inside there? So it's screwed down good. There we go. It's kind of blinding it. And I know it's nice and tight. This is good. So now I'm gonna take the plug. Again, this sucks laying down on the front engine wall. Oh, this is not fun. I guess you could pull the whole valve cover off and take the whole engine apart, but that's if you want to be brave. Okay. Put it over, find that thing. Put the sensor over it. I'll put the plug over the sensor. And right. Stand by. Okay, so I put the connector back on, snapped it in, and then pushed the lock tab down. So now it ain't going anywhere. So let's try to start this baby up and see what happens. We'll have to clear the code on it. So I think I have the keys in there still. All right. Yep. Okay. And let's see if my sensor, boom, there it is, dude. Went right up. I got oil pressure now. So the sensor clearly was bad because it was staying at 0. And my check engine's still on. So what we're gonna do, I'll show you how to clear it. Now, for people that go do this, don't go straight down to your smog check place and do it once the code's gone. Because if you take it in there and you have the check engine light on, they will not pass you. They'll fail it. And you gotta go back, find out what's wrong. So, but the only thing is once you fix the problem, you clear the code, the computer will still read it for a while. I don't know exactly how long it is. They say that you have to drive the vehicle for like 100 miles before the computer completely registers and tells it's gone. But yeah, so the check engine light will go off right now. Let's see. So I'm gonna go to my cheapy little scanner I got for free. Can't beat that, dude. Free's good, right? Okay, I don't know if you can read those codes or not. It's too blurry, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go to erase codes. I'm gonna erase my codes. And are you sure you want to erase diagnostic results and codes? Yes. Turn the key on with the engine off. And then press enter to continue. Work in communication with vehicle. Communicating with vehicle. Command sent, request remaining. 2 codes remaining. So there was the same code was on here 3 times. So let's go back and erase codes. Are you sure you want to diagnose? Yes. Enter. Yes. Oh, is the key on? Oh, that's why. Turn the key on. Press enter. Command sent. Remaining codes 1. Let's see if I can read codes again. Engine oil pressure. So I have 1 code left there. So let's see if I can delete it again. So let's go back. Erase codes. Are you sure you want to erase diagnostic codes? Yes. Turn the key on with the engine off. It's on. Command sent. 1 code remaining. Okay, so it's still staying there. Press enter. Read codes. P0523. So the same one. Okay, it's still staying on there. So I'm going to try and drive this thing around for a while and see what happens. Maybe once the computer registers that the sensor is working for a little bit more time, it'll allow me to clear this code. But so that's how we replace it. So yeah, I'll just go back and do this later. So yeah. So the engine oil pressure sensor, remember, it's on the very back over there. So very back in the engine. It's a pain in the butt to get to, but don't remember, you can still do it. Just be patient. With the right tools, you know, you can get it done. So I hope everybody liked my video. It's not as fancy and descriptive. I wish I had like a thing I could hold it to, so something to hold on to while I record, make it easier. So okay, well, thanks YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channels. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. So like, all right. So I'll keep putting more videos up as I go. So I appreciate all your guys' support. Thank you.